True American highway horror stories, real late-night driving encounters, and ghost sightings. Dark screen, faint sound of wind and distant truck engines. Low heartbeat like drum starts. Imagine this. It's 3:17 a.m., you're the only car on a pitch-black stretch of I-80 in western Nebraska. No streetlights. Cell service. Your high beams cut through the night like knives, and then, out of nowhere, you see a single figure standing in the middle of the road. Walking. Not hitchhiking. Just standing. Facing you. And when your headlights finally hit them, there's nobody there. Hey guys, before I dive into tonight's stories, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell, because trust me, after what you're about to hear, you're gonna want more of these late night chills. We're already closing in on 1 million subs, and I don't want you to miss what's coming next. Alright, turn the lights down, grab something warm, and let's get into it. What I'm about to tell you isn't one story, it's five. 5 real accounts from drivers, truckers, travelers, regular people, like you and me, who hit the American interstate at night and came back. Different. Some of them didn't come back the same person. Some of them didn't come back at all. Story number 1 starts with a guy named Mike Dorsey, long-haul trucker out of Joliet, Illinois. Mike's been running freight for 23 years. He's seen it all: deer, drunk drivers, cops, you name. But nothing prepared him for the night he picked up I-40 westbound out of Nashville, heading for Flagstaff. It was October 2022. Cold front rolling in. Mike said the sky was that weird shade of purple you only get right before a big storm. He was cruising about 72 miles per hour, radio off because he was dead tired, and just wanted quiet. Around mile marker 218, right past the Cookeville exit, where there's nothing but pine trees and darkness, his CB crackled to life by itself. Static, then a little girl's voice. Are we there yet, Daddy? Mike almost swerved off the road. He's got no kids in the cab. He's alone. He grabs the handset, thumbs the button. Who the hell is this? Silence. Then again, softer. It hurts when the lights go out. He said the hair on his arms stood straight up. He clicked through every channel. Nobody. Dead air. He even turned the whole radio off, unplugged it, counted to 10, plugged it back in. Nothing. 10 minutes later, he sees her. A little girl, maybe 8, 9 years old, standing on the white line at the edge of the breakdown lane. White nightgown. Long dark hair covering most of her face. She's just staring at the ground. Mike slams on the brakes, air horn screaming, trailer jackknifing a little. By the time he stops, he's 100 yards past her. Throws it in reverse, backing up slow on the shoulder, hazards flashing. He's yelling out the window, "Kid! Okay? Where's your parents?" She never looks up, just stands there. When his headlights wash over her again, she's gone. No footsteps in the dirt, no car pulled over anywhere. Nothing. Mike sat there for 20 minutes, engine idling, too scared to get out and look. Finally, he radios another trucker a few miles back, asks if anyone just saw a little girl on the side of the road. The guy laughs and says, "Man, you're in the Cookeville stretch. That's Emily. She's been there since '89. Whole family died in a wreck. Dad fell asleep, crossed the median, hit a log truck. They say she still waits for him to come pick her up." Mike finished his run, but he never took that route again at night. Says every time he closes his eyes, he still hears that tiny voice on the CB, "Are we there yet, Daddy?" Story number 2 takes us way out west, Interstate 70 through the Utah desert, the stretch they call no man's land between Salina and Green River. 0 towns, 0 services for 106 miles. If your car dies there at night, you're done. Sarah Klein was driving that piece alone in July 2023. She was moving from Denver to Sacramento after a bad breakup, everything she owned crammed into a 2012 Honda Civic. She left Denver at 9 p.m. thinking she'd beat the heat. Big mistake. By 1 a.m. she's in the middle of nowhere, fuel light blinking, praying she makes the next gas station. That's when her phone loses service completely. Then the radio starts acting weird, every station turning to evangelical preaching at the same volume, no matter how many times she changes it. Then she sees the lights behind her. At first she thinks it's another car finally catching up. But these headlights, they're wrong. Too high off the ground, too far apart, and they're bright white, almost blue. Like LED bars on steroids. Matter how fast Sarah goes, and she pushed that little Civic to 95, the lights stay the exact same distance back. Not gaining, not falling behind, but pacing her. She said it felt like being hunted. After 20 minutes of this, she starts crying, screaming at the rearview mirror, "What do you want?" That's when the lights vanish completely, like someone flipped a switch. Pitch black again. Relief lasts maybe 30 seconds, because now the lights are directly beside her, in the left lane, matching her speed perfectly. But there's no car, just two floating orbs of cold white light hovering 6 feet off the asphalt, keeping perfect pace with her driver's side window. Sarah said she could feel them looking at her. Not headlights size. She floored it. 105, 110, the Civic shaking itself to death. The lights never wavered. Then her dashboard went crazy. Every warning light flashing, speedometer spinning to 0 even though she's flying. The car just died. Engine cut out, power steering gone, rolling to a stop in the middle of the westbound lane. Dead silence. Crickets. Stars so bright it her. She locked the doors, curled up in the driver's seat sobbing, waiting for whatever owned those lights to come get her. Nothing happened. After what felt like hours, she heard a semi approaching from behind. She started flashing her hazards like a maniac. The trucker, big guy named Luis, stopped, jumped out with a flashlight. When he shone it down the highway, there was nothing. No lights, no tracks, nothing. But here's the part that still keeps Sarah awake. When Luis helped push her car to the shoulder, his flashlight beam caught something on her rear windshield. Written in the dust, finger-written, big shaky letters, "You should have stopped." They towed her car to Green River. Mechanic said there was no reason for the engine to die. Battery fine, alternator fine, fuel pump fine. Sarah sold the Civic the next day and flew the rest of the way to California. She still won't drive at night at all. Story number 3 is probably the one that messed me up the most. It's recent, happened just last year, 2024, on Old Route 66, the stretch outside Ambrose, Arizona. Locals call it the Devil's Backbone. Jake and Marissa Carter, newlyweds, were doing the classic Route 66 honeymoon trip in Jake's restored 67 Mustang. They left Albuquerque after dinner, planning to hit Flagstaff before midnight. Google Maps took them off I-40 onto the old road. Shortcut, it said. Classic mistake. The first hour was fine. Nostalgic, fun, windows down, Springsteen on the stereo. Then the pavement ends and it's just cracked asphalt and dirt shoulders. No cell service. No other cars. The Mustang's headlights start flickering like they're about to die. Then they saw the diner. Out of nowhere, this 1950s style neon diner. It appears on the right, big glowing sign that just says eat. Pink and Dorsey. Neon, looks brand new. Open sign flashing. Gravel parking lot with a dozen vintage cars, Fords, Chevys, all from the 50s and 60s, pristine condition. Jake laughs. Holy crap, this is like stepping back in time. Let's grab a milkshake. Marissa didn't want to stop. Something felt. But Jake insisted, when are you ever gonna see something this cool again? They pull in. Every parking spot taken, but nobody outside. They walk up to the glass door. Inside, checkered floor, red vinyl booths, jukebox playing Elvis, and it's packed. 30, 40 people. Dressed like it's 1955, poodle skirts, leather jackets, slick back hair. Nobody turns when the door chimes. They slide into an empty booth. A waitress, tag says Doris, comes over with menus. Smiles too wide. What'll it be, kids? Jake orders 2 cherry cokes and a basket of fries. Doris just keeps smiling, doesn't write anything down, walks away. That's when they notice nobody in the diner is talking. 0 conversation. Just the jukebox. And nobody's eating. Every plate is full, burgers, pancakes, pie, but untouched. People just staring straight ahead, smiling. Marissa grabs Jake's hand under the table, her palms ice cold. We need to leave. Now. They stand up to go. Doris is suddenly right. They're blocking the aisle, still smiling. Leaving so soon? You just got here. Jake tries to play it off. Yeah, we're in a hurry, just keep the change. He throws a 20 on the table. Doris's smile never wavers, but her eyes go. Nobody leaves until they finish their meal. The entire diner turns to look at them at once. 40 heads moving in perfect sync. Still smiling. Jake and Marissa bolt for the door. It's locked. Jake slams his shoulder into it. Nothing. Behind them, chairs start scraping. Footsteps. They run to the bathroom window in the back, tiny, but they both fit. They crawl out, sprint to the Mustang, peel out, throwing gravel everywhere. In the rearview mirror, the diner lights flick. Off one by one. When they looked again a minute later, nothing there. Desert. No building. No neon. No cars. Just sand and stars. They found the original foundation the next day, burned down in 1956. 52 people died inside. Arson. The killer was never caught. Jake and Marissa still have the $20 bill they left on the table. It's from 1955. You can't spend it anywhere. Story number 4 is short, but it's the one that made me pull over and cry when I first heard it. Long-haul trucker named Ray Henderson was running a 10 eastbound through West Texas, just past Ozona. For just a woman walking on the shoulder, away from him. White dress, long hair, barefoot. Middle of nowhere. Ray's a good guy. He pulls over, hops out, yells, "Ma'am, you need help? It's not safe out here." She keeps walking, same pace, never turns. Ray jogs to catch up. When he gets about 20 feet behind her, he smells it, burnt hair and meat. He stops dead. He said her back, it wasn't right. Was melted into her skin. Charred flesh visible through the fabric. She was walking perfectly upright on feet that were just bone. Ray backed away slow, got in his cab, locked the doors and floored it. He called the sheriff from the next truck stop. Described exactly where he saw her. Sheriff went silent for a long time, then said, "Son, that was mile marker 411. That's where Carla Reyes burned to death. In her car in 2018. Driver fell asleep, hit a tanker. Fireball you could see. From 20 miles. They never found all of her." Ray quit trucking the next week. Last story. The one I saved for the end. Because, honestly, I don't know if I believe in anything after hearing this. It's from a guy who only goes by Chris online. Refuses to give his full name. Says they're still looking for him. Chris was driving home from Vegas to Salt Lake City on US 93, loneliest road in America. February 2025. Blizzard conditions. Whiteout, barely 20 miles per hour. He's the only car dumb enough to be out there. Around 2 a.m. he sees taillights ahead, first vehicle he's seen in hours. Older model pickup, going slow. Chris flashes his lights to say thanks for breaking trail through the snow. The truck slows down and stops in the middle of the road. Chris stops behind it, hazards on, waiting. Nobody gets out. Minutes pass. Finally the driver door opens. A man steps out, tall, wearing a Carhartt jacket and a ski mask. Starts walking back toward Chris's car. Slow, deliberate. Chris locks his doors, starts backing up, but the snow's too deep, tires just spin. The guy gets to Chris's window, taps on the glass with one finger, motions for him to roll it down. Chris cracks it an inch. The man leans in close. Voice is calm, almost friendly. You need to turn around. Go back the way you came. Chris is shaking. Roads closed behind me. I can't. The man in the ski mask tilts his head. You're already dead. He reaches into his jacket and pulls something out. Chris thought it was a gun at first. It wasn't. It was a Polaroid picture. He holds it up to the window. It's Chris's car, buried nose first in a snowbank 50 yards ahead, driver door hanging open. And in the foreground, fresh footprints leading away from the wreck toward where they're standing right now. Chris screamed, floored it forward, smashed past the pickup truck, mirror ripping off. He said he drove 80 miles per hour blind through the blizzard, crying and praying. 40 miles later, he hit a plowed truck that guided him to Ely. State troopers went back at dawn to look for the pickup. Found Chris's car exactly where the photo showed it, smashed into a drift, door open. But here's the thing. Chris was sitting in the driver's seat of the tow truck when they found it, alive. He'd never crashed. The Polaroid? Still on his passenger seat. The trooper picked it up. The image had changed. Now it showed the pickup truck sitting behind a fresh wreck. And in the snow, 2 sets of footprints walking. But one set belongs to Chris. The other set? They stop in the middle of the road and disappear. Chris hasn't driven since. He deleted all his socials except one private Reddit account where he posted the story and scans of the Polaroid, both versions, then vanished. Account's been dead for 9. So yeah, that's it. 5 stories. 5 pieces of the American night that don't let go once they get their hooks in you. If you're driving alone tonight, keep your doors locked. Keep your eyes on the road. And whatever you do, don't stop for anyone. Because sometimes the thing that needs help isn't the one standing in the dark. It's you. Long silence. Wind sound fades in. Sweet dreams, guys. Turn on your headlights. And I'll see you on the next stretch of empty.